Comedy Magic Club. When I first arrived in LA, the LA area from Philadelphia, in my 20s, just starting in comedy pretty much. I was already headlining, but not known on the West Coast at all and not known nationally, certainly. And I sat in the audience one night at the Comedy Magic Club, which I had heard about, but it's like a temple for comedy. I mean, it is just amazing. And it's been around for a long time. Leno's been working there every Sunday for 40 years.
Arsenio, Christy McHugh. I have a lot of people still out there doing it every Sunday.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, I was in the audience, and here's who was on stage: David Spade, who says, "I'm David Spade. I'm 10. My mom dropped me off. She's at Ralph's shopping right now. She'll be right back after my set." And I remember going, "My God!" I nicknamed him the Quiet Storm, and I still call him that, QS. And he was just brand new in the business. And then the next act was Dana Carvey, who was working out this thing called the Church Lady. He was killing it with "Isn't That Special?" And the headliner was Dennis Miller, who was the Weekend Update, Saturday Night Live. And that was the show. And I went, oh, man, this is amazing. I was just like blown away. And I said, if I could be on that stage, I'd be making it. And literally, George Wallace introduced me not long after that. And I killed it. And I've been there ever since 1989. I've been headlining every single year.
And I apologize, I jumped ahead a little bit. Yeah. But in 79 is when you started doing comedy, and you went out to LA with Richard Jeni and John Mulroney. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah. Well, all three of us. You probably heard the story about Chris Rock. I didn't even think he knew who I was. And it was backstage, actually, Comedy Magic Club. I didn't think he knew who I was, really. And I said, "Hey, I'm Craig Shoemaker." He goes, "I know you." And I said, "Oh, my buddy Rich Jeni. I moved out here. Who was writing in the back room with all these writers for the Oscars. They were prepping." It's 20 years ago when Chris was hosting the Oscars. And I told him, I said, "I moved out here with him and John Mulroney." And I'll never forget, I didn't even think he knew me. He goes, "You, Jenny Mulroney?" He was like blown away, because we were like gunslingers when we came out there, because we had the chops from working bars. Yeah. And they did not do that in LA. And so we really did rise fast. Mulroney got his own show on Fox like instantly. Yeah. And Jenny had his own sitcom. And so we all did really well because we came out. We had the balls that it takes to come from the East Coast. But he gave me that, he just was like, "You guys are killers." And then I said, "Yeah, we all moved out together." And God, I just can't believe it. I'm saying this, but both of them are passed away now.